Shalom Tamidim, Kenoye Guf Perek Aleph, Pronouns, Lesson 1, Overview. Pronouns are words that can stand in for or substitute for a noun or a noun phrase. Take the following sentence as an example. Abram was 75 years old when he moved to Canaan. In this sentence, he is a pronoun standing in for Abram. We could have said Abram was 75 years old when Abram moved to Canaan, but that would be a bit redundant. The noun that is replaced by or referred to by the pronoun is called its antecedent. In this case, Abram is the antecedent and he is the pronoun. There are several different types or classes of pronouns in Hebrew. First, there are the independent personal pronouns. These are standalone words describing people or things. For instance, ani, I, which refers to the speaker, himself or herself. And hu, he or it, referring to a male or masculine person or object not immediately involved in the conversation. There are also suffixed pronouns, short forms that can be added onto the end of words. Suffixed pronouns can be attached to prepositions as the object of the preposition. For instance, li, to me. The e part means me. Kamocha, like you. Alechem, against them. Suffixed pronouns can also be attached to nouns, usually to indicate possession. Susi, my horse. Bincha, your son. Eloheinu, our God. They can also be suffixed to verb forms, usually as a direct object. Azavtani, you have abandoned me. The verb by itself is azavta, you have abandoned. When we stick ni onto the end of it, it becomes you have abandoned me. Or yish'alcha, he will ask you. Yish'alcha. There are also interrogative pronouns. These are words that ask questions. Me, who? Ma, what? Lama, why? Literally, for what? An or ana, where? There are demonstrative words. Words like ze, this, or eile, those. These are basically adjectives, but they can often function like pronouns, standing in for some noun. Ki asitha zot, because you have done this, God says in Genesis 3:14. Sometimes the relative particles asher and she are classified as pronouns. This is because they are usually translated in English with relative pronouns, who or which. But in Hebrew, I think these are better understood as particles, or perhaps sort of conjunctions. We will look at each of these kinds of pronouns and other words in separate videos.